All right, there it is. There it is, man. What's going on, bro? We back at it all day long, bro. Shit crazy. Shit crazy. Cutting it close on time. Cutting it real close on time, man. Did my little hour and such. You know what I'm saying? Hour and such. A little bit right before noon. You know what I'm saying? Right before noon. Did about an hour and some change of content. Live streaming wise, hit that live stream. Been a packed day, man. All I wanted to do was address the my thoughts and opinions on this whole Alex Tarshun thing. So this Tuesday is really interesting. So we're gonna end it on a casual Tuesday live chat. Anything can happen, but Tuesdays have been good to me apparently. So yeah, man, we got that going on, and then riding the wave of all that shit that happened. And shout out to Alex Tarshun and I forgot his friend's name again. It was like Dave Guar or something like that. And that was his name. I forget. I gotta double check all this, but shout out to both of them dudes. I think his name is Dave, but yeah, he's friends with Alex apparently. Dude that was on Kill Tony. So I'm just riding the wave of all this shit. Like I'm like indirectly dealing with this shit. Everybody trying to find shit on YouTube. Can't find it. They found it through me. So I try to direct them to his stuff. Everybody asking me all these stupid ass questions like I'm him. I gotta tell them I'm not you. I'm not him, bro. That ain't me. But you can find the shit on the Reddit and the Twitter. So I've been having to deal with that all day. But anyway, riding the wave of the Tarshun energy. You know what I'm saying? Purebred retard. That's what they called him, bro. That shit ridiculous. And bread as in, the food bread. So riding that wave, it's a little 2-hour Monster Hunter joint. Sitting there at the library, and then right after that, I try to do a 2-hour on the phone, but it wasn't working out. It wasn't working that well for me. Oh shit, it wasn't working that well for me, and my phone had died, so I had to, phone died on me. Log back in, turn it back on, log back in, and here we are right now. So, oh my bad, and then another Monster Hunter. So it's just a whole wave of distraction and viral moments. You know what I'm saying? Nothing in the 10,000s, possibly. I don't know. I didn't really like check anything, but 2 or 3,000, something like that. It's really like high up there. So I don't know, man. I'm just riding the wave right now. But for those that found me, because it was probably the most, I don't know, traction and energy I got from one live. I don't know. I ain't gonna say. I don't know what the word is, but what I'm trying to say is I don't deserve it. You know what I mean? I don't deserve the traction of his energy. However, I realize there's nothing wrong with I'll say one thing in regards to that, because a lot of people are gonna drop in on the playback. Is my man's Twitter handle, and has gone. The Twitter handle and the has gone, and the what do you call this? The Twitter handle, is YouTube channels, all that shit. They got questionable names, like that shit wouldn't ride for me up my alley. Like just in terms of things that I would normally, or how I would conduct myself in life. Do I agree with it? Not necessarily. Like if we're talking about name and title wise, but like I said, people who sit there and do a little shock value, choice of words, and ridiculous shit like that, it's like them people. Again, back to what was being said. If you look at the details of all this, what he said in his interview about saving the person's life that was drowning in the river, they still do stuff like that. So, man's a ball of light in his own right, to his own degree. Combination of innocence and ignorance combined. So I'm just addressing that shit until people start pouring in to the live chat. I'm gonna do my little hour here and there. I'm gonna stay outside until Mariners beat the Yankees tonight, type shit. But for now, man, we just riding the wave, the live stream wave, man. Tuesday live chat, man. Tuesday night type of joint. Sun ain't set yet, so I can only imagine. You know what I'm saying? I can only imagine what this is gonna end up turning out like. So come summertime, so I got high hopes. Springtime is this bright right now, it's close to 8 o'clock, so it might be 8 o'clock right now actually, but it's still just bright outside. So hey man, might get a whole lot of sun. That's just how I'm looking at it. Anyway, yeah, I only seen like one or two comments where dude was saying that dude was pure trash and all that, and I'm like, you know what, man, I'm not disagreeing necessarily, but I'm also not gonna hate on the man. But at the same time, you could have what they could have did was ban the content and give the channel a warning. But who knows if the channel had warnings before? I mean, the content that was on there was very, to some, maybe classified as highly offensive, if not questionable. But more importantly, you know, there's no telling, bro. There's no telling what I don't know, bro. There's really no telling what rubs someone the wrong way. But yeah, man. Also, it's a weird slippery slope because the KT audience is oh shit, they ignorant just as much as I am, but at the same time, it's two different types of ignorance and two different types of allowing of ignorances. Cole, how you doing? Welcome. Thank you for being here. So it's an interesting predicament. It's a really interesting predicament. It's a really interesting situation. Like, um, and I'd love to have nothing to do with this, but my whole thing was I seen somebody's page get deleted, and I was like, why did they delete the whole page? You know what I'm saying? Regardless of how you feel about the person's art. And that dude, he's half black too. So it's like, I'm not saying it's right. I think it's some dumb shit. I think it's some stupid ass shit, if we're being honest. But the simple fact that you don't, his page is blowing up over some dumb shit. Let it blow up over some dumb shit, but take away the dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Take away the dumb shit or just flag it. Like, I don't understand the pure, complete deletion of the page. That's my thing where I kind of drew the line. But that's just me. That's just my humble opinion. Do I think he deserves a platform? Well, here's the thing. He's a human being that, applied himself, woke up woke up that morning and signed up, ended up there, and things ended up working out for him. A lot of people be wishing for shit and don't apply themselves. So that's another way I look at it, where it's like, hey man, despite of how you feel about this, but this is someone he can improve, man. Alex can improve in life. I don't think I agree with a lot of the bullshit he was doing. I mean, the interview was like halfway memorable, and the comedic stuff wasn't that memorable at all, to be honest. And I'm not trying to shit talk him, but at the same time, I'm just being honest. But my main thing is, why was his page taken away? You know what I'm saying? I think it could have been handled a little differently. But hey, man, I don't work for YouTube, but I am trying to get that monetization. Yo, Dino Nugget, what you doing with that bullshit, man? I never know what that shit means. Simple guy, thank you for being here. Cole, welcome back. Cole, I said what's up a while ago. What's going on, man? It was starting to get cold, man. It's starting to get chilly right now. I've also been sitting down all day, so yeah. Hey, Big Dino Nugget, man, you do it one more time, I'm gonna put you on timeout. Just let me know. I'll put you in timeout, bro. But yeah, man, it's just the Tuesday live chat. We just chilling. It is cold as hell. I don't know why. I think my body is cold just because, like, I was sitting down for most of the day. Dino Nugget, man, that's what I'm saying. If you do it one more time, man, I'm gonna just put you on timeout. We don't need that bullshit, man. Some bullshit. But yeah, bro. I don't know. So I'm saying, from those that we're live right now, but those that show it from the playback, man, just understand what I'm saying when I say all that shit. Like, that's not the wave I'm trying to ride, and it don't really define what the page is, but it was something I wanted to address because nonetheless, it on a consumer level, Kill Tony is something that I consume on the Mondays with family. So that's a family thing. But on the other hand, it's like Alex doesn't define the Kill Tony verse, but to some degree he also does, which is fucking hilarious. But yeah, man, it's really interesting. I just wanted to speak on behalf of a channel because I'm a channel trying to get where I need to go. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get there. However I get there. You know what I mean? Um, However I can get it, basically. And my whole thing is this, man. They took away the channel. You know what I'm saying? They took away the channel, bro. Like, why'd they take away dude's channel? They could have just kept the content, but they took away his channel. So I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a weird thing, man. It's a weird thing. I don't know what to make of it. But good luck with all that shit, man. That's what I was saying. The dude, I forgot his name already. I think it was Dave or something like that. Dave Guar. But I literally was talking to him the whole time. In the last live, face to face live chat, he said that's his boy, so he's gonna get on call with him. He's gonna relay the messages I gave to him and shit. And the proof is in the pudding. These videos are public live, so hopefully they understand, man, where I'm coming from with this shit. Because I don't want it to be. I just don't want it to define like the channel. That's one, but also I want to speak on behalf of this channel. But I can't say it enough. I just want to make it clear. I just want to make it clear. So yeah, good luck to him though, man. Apparently, like, so the funny thing was that was 2 weeks ago. So all of this weird like stuff, the way it's playing out, I'm like, hey man, this shit might work out, but you know, actually, it's also a weird. It's also a longer conversation about, I guess, attention. People will do the outlandish stuff for the attention, and maybe that's who he is. Go ahead and help me switch this subject, but that's probably what he is. That's probably his whole thing is like, he's gonna do and say and make his username the craziest thing he could think about just to get the attention. But hopefully that doesn't pour out into the later life. But hopefully he gets over that hump of getting the right amount of attention he needs, and then he just switches and changes. But who knows, man? Who knows, man? I mean, he got there on some bullshit. He can stay up there on some bullshit. But I think to some degree, based on the type of person I am and the type of work I've done historically, shit is funny to me. I'm not gonna lie, like it's not funny, but uh, yeah, I don't know if I'd personally tolerate it, but I ain't mad at the man, man. But you taking away an artist platform that's blowing up off some bullshit. Just take away the bullshit. Just take the bullshit away. You ain't got to take away the artist's platform. Just take the artist's bullshit. That's it. Like, hey, and on this platform that we share, we don't allow the bullshit. So just take away the bullshit, but you got to take away his channel. That's where I kind of drew the line where I'm like, because he could have just said, because think about it, man, you wouldn't have to go through my shit. You could have just went on his channel and he put a little video up like, hey, man, my stuff is being taken down, but let me usher you over here to my Twitter or my Rumble. That's all you got to do. That's all people can ask for. But yeah, man, it's a tricky thing. You know, I say this all the time, whether it's like racism or some other bullshit, you got to be mindful, man, of like, it's one thing to say this, another thing to make someone feel like it. So, if you're, I only seen 2 episodes. I don't think any stereotypes are being perpetuated, but it's just a real interesting, again, it's really out of my wheelhouse because I'm not black nor like whatever the fuck he is or how he identifies as like on some weirdo shit. I'm on some weird like introverted shit, but I don't think I'm on no weirdo shit. So, but yeah, it's a really interesting conversation, man. I don't know, man. The thing is, I'm over here talking on live, and I have to talk to his friend through text. Like he's typing in the chat, and I have to address the chat. So it's like a long conversation, but I don't know, man. It's I don't know. It's a longer conversation. You know what I mean? And a lot of things don't have to be a long conversation. I mean, I guess I would just tell people where I stand with it, my stance on it, my thoughts on it, and that's it. But hey, man, it's Tuesday live chat, man. How's it going, bro? How's it going, world? Enough of that bullshit. Realistically, Tuesdays they've been a hit, man. They've been a hit, and I think back. Actually, I look back a lot to what was or my bad. Yeah, I look back a lot to what was being said by Soul. I mean, Soul's one person, but just other people in general, because it's been said before. It's like boys just yapping out here, and I was like, hey, that's what I'm doing. But like I said, I was thinking about it too when I was doing the Monster Hunter. Because think about this, bro. When I'm doing the game shit, especially when I'm live streaming that, people are sitting there like, you need to get a mic and a headset. And I was like, man, it's funny because when I'm just doing the actual chopping it up like this, nobody want to hear that shit. But you want the video game stuff with the commentary, so that's the balance. But over here, it's just straight up talking. But like, I don't even want to do this shit. But however, I realize how much people want to see me and hear me, so I have to kind of speak up to like whether it be the kids that come in the chat wanting to ask these questions. I'm just like, hey man, I'm gonna, I can't really confirm if these are just kids that need help, but I'm gonna address it as such because the chat is public, it's published, and all of the information is there. And since all of it is there, I want to be able to like address it as because we had this a long time ago where we had I forget her name was like Honora or something, and every like 2 people messaged me like I don't think that was a real person because the things that they were saying were inconsistent, so it might have been a fake account. But I'm like, all right, but even then, if it wasn't, I want to address it as such if it was like a kid or something, because some people just need help. And like, I'm not, I'm not the most helpful person, obviously, but if I'm gonna have something good to say, I'm just trying to say something good, leave it out there in the universe. You know what I'm saying? Sow the seeds. Just sow the seeds, you know what I'm saying, of positivity, if you will, however you want to look at it. You know what I'm saying? It's funny because the last chat there, we were just talking about some corny shit. It was something about OKC and the Oklahoma City and them doing those. Matter of fact, I need to check on the score after this, but Oklahoma City doing those group interviews at the end of the game, and it's really interesting because like, well, I gotta sit up straight on this. I take off my backpack, but his friend that Dave or my bad, Alex's homie was like, yeah, that shit kind of corny, and I'm like, I agree, but that team camaraderie stuff is also what's getting them through. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that corny shit gets you through. You know what I'm saying? It's just good energy. It's just good vibes, man. And if you can see past the bullshit, if for whatever level and degree of bullshit it is, if you can see past it and just get past, and see past the fluff and see things for what it really is, like the meat of the bone type shit, then you really get there. But yeah, man, that's what's funny. And matter of fact, on that same note, man, the more I think about this, man, my channel is just whatever. Kind of just where I'm at. Like I thought about this a lot. Where right now I'm just doing what I'm doing in terms of the gaming and the blade stuff. You know what I mean? Gaming and blading. That's kind of what's happening right now. It's just where I'm at, and a lot of stuff needs to be documented and recorded. So I just feel the need to do that. That's why I'm currently doing Dragon Warrior Monster stuff, and after I finish that, get into this Yu-Gi-Oh thing. Just keep on working and grinding, putting the work in, put the time in. You know what I'm saying? And hold on, let me check some real quick. All right, so we good. But in the meantime, we got to get this in, get them hours in. You know what I'm saying? Lord Freezer, man. Lord Freezer, I remember your name, but just let me remember, help me remember how far back you were here, man. Good to see you again. I guess it's good to see usernames I ain't seen in a while. There's been a couple people like that, man. Been a couple people like that, just kind of coming in and out. And then like today wasn't really hectic because again, I didn't need to do that, but I just thought about it. I was like, you know what, man, I'm not gonna take. I don't even take no one's light, no one's shine. I'm not that type of person. Last week, I guess, still good to see you. Yeah, you got to remind me of what kind of chat was going on because I usually go wherever the chat takes me or whatever's on the top of my mind. That's usually where I go. So kind of really interesting, man. But yeah, I appreciate it, man. I do remember your name though. I do remember seeing your name. It's funny because like some dude in the last chat was like the man, the myth, the legend, and he's like Dylan M or some shit, Dylan H. And I was like, nah. And I was trying to. He's like, nah, I'm not talking about the Alex stuff. I'm talking about you, bro. I was like, oh my bad, my bad. Like so many people coming in and out the chat, I'd be forgetting. Smoking or something. Interesting. Yeah, I think I kind of remember. I was probably at the bench of the street from here, doing that thing over there. So yeah, it's really cool, man. It's been a hectic day. An hour and a half here, 2 hours there. I did 2 hours back. I ain't gonna say back to back, but twice, at least twice, Monster Hunter. And then 2 hour and a half joints basically. So that's like what, 3 plus 4. That's 7 hours of this, and I got to put another hour in right here. So that's my 9 to 5. It's my 9 to 5 for the day. Ain't nothing big about it either, too. You just got to do it. You just got to make it happen. This is what life is looking like right now. Hey, bro, Lord Freeze, I ain't got no job, so this is what the job looking like. The more hours I put in, the more that counts to my hours being added up from my views and watch hours into the future when I need to get monetized. So this is what it looks like right now. I spend my days like this. Like I had breakfast in the morning, and then while I was talking about the Alex Tarshoon stuff, I don't know if you're here for that. If you weren't, don't worry about it. It's some bullshit. It was just some shit that I felt the need to address, and then I just took responsibility and yeah, I just took responsibility for some shit. That's all it was. But that stuff, and then I grabbed like a Danish and a coffee. So that's pretty much all I had was that. And then I grabbed a soda from my favorite convenience store over here. I want to support those people all the time. And then yeah, I just got back on live pretty much. Just walked around, got back on live, and there it is, man. Put more hours in. 1 or 2 people at a time at the most, at the minimum and most, and people just dropping in on me, saying what's up and checking shit out, saying hi, things like that. I'm not so Amanda. I'm not Alice from Kill. Amanda, let me tell you something, Amanda. What ended up happening was I wanted to report because I wanted to report on what was happening. That's why I did a live stream. Amanda, if you're still here, just hear me out closely. I'm not Alex, but I wanted to talk about it because I was pissed off because I was watching the stuff on his channel, and despite how you feel about it, I feel like they should have just took down the content on the channel and not take away the whole channel. So when I went on live the first time, I was like, "Hey, that's some bullshit." They took away his whole channel, which is I thought was stupid. However, Amanda, find the Kill Tony Reddit or find the Reddit for Kill Tony or whatever, right? And then on there you can find his stuff. You can find Alex Starshun stuff, and like he's gonna have some very crazy looking names and questionable usernames and shit. But if you want to support him, go and support him. So everyone that finds my channel and finds my shit, I want to usher them over there. So Amanda, I'm not Alex. I'm just a whole different person. But I watch Kill Tony on Mondays with my family, so that's why I wanted to address the situation. I'm like, despite how you feel about the actual art, they shouldn't take away the platform or his channel that was blowing up because of the art. You know what I'm saying? Art itself was questionable, but take away the art and say, hey, we don't do that shit on our platform, but don't take away the whole fucking channel. That's where I kind of drew the line where I was like, hey, YouTube is on some bullshit. I'm on YouTube right now, don't get me wrong, but I just thought that was stupid. That didn't seem right. It seemed kind of wrong. But Amanda, that ain't me. Look that dude up though. Look him up though. See everybody. That's what I'm saying. Lord Freezer, gotcha. That was the next video I saw. The headline was the yeah, and there was someone who did a YouTube short earlier in the morning or like last night type shit, and they were addressing the same thing. But I think because I just happened to go on live, everyone thought it was me. But everyone that showed up, I was just like, bro, that ain't me. I'm not no fucking Alex, bro. No offense to Alex, but just don't compare me to him. But no offense to Alex. And it's funny because his friend was like talking to me in the last live chat. But I just want everyone to send their energy, and if you're curious about it, you can go to his page. You can find his shit over there. But um, it just didn't seem fair because I literally watched the views blow up. The views are one thing, like his shit went from 50 views to 3,000 to 4,000, like all within 10, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. It just shot up. And then his subscriber count like shot up to 845, and then it went to 850, 890. Like he was getting really close to 1,000 subs just off of KT, off of Kill Tony. And I'm like, yo, Loki, he deserves that. But it just was like, why did they take the whole channel away? Just X the shit out. And this is my reference point. This is my reference point here is, when I had a YouTube short, and for whatever reason the music was banned on the YouTube short that I had did. It was something about Pokemon cards. And they said, hey, this video, I think YouTube even sent me an email like, hey, your video is going to be taken down or it's going to be muted. It was one or the other. And they said you can download the video if you want, but it might not exist in like 48 hours or like a week or some shit like that. And I'm like, all right. So I went and downloaded the video from my YouTube studio. You know what I'm saying? I downloaded it from there, and then I think the video's gone. I think it's gone now, but it was just some copyright shit. It was something weird. But it's like, why don't they give you the warning like that? You know? I mean, because for me, I couldn't imagine with the amount of stuff that I upload. It's like, imagine they take away the whole thing. You know what I mean? Just like give me the opportunity to download it. You thought it was weird because you thought YouTube was the place to go for those videos. I'm gonna tell you right now, Amanda, with the type of shit that he was making, fuck no. Like you wanna go to Twitter or Rumble or Newgrounds for the shit that he was making, because there's some choice words in there, and like YouTube is more like family friendly. If we're being honest, it's more family friendly. There's a few PG-13 things, if not educational things. Like if you think about it, they have breast pump tutorials where like a girl will put out one boob and then pump the breast. But the thing is, it's one boob and not two boobs at a time. Two boobs becomes a little more too sexual, if not nudity. But one boob for the purpose of pumping it, you can do that. But people watch it anyway for views, and like people who are down bad, like some losers and shit. I'd be watching it too, so I might be on some loser shit too. But if I see a big old titty pop out, I might watch the breast pump tutorial. But it's funny because you can show that shit, but the choice words that were in this cartoon, it's like, it was kind of riding the fence. It could have rubbed people the wrong way. It was a bit disrespectful, and it was just outlandish. It was some outlandish shit that you're supposed to find on Newgrounds, possibly, possibly Rumble, possibly Twitter. I don't even think Rumble wants it because Rumble has more like they have concise thinkers. You know what I'm saying? Like more focused thinkers. You know what I'm saying? Everything from PBD to fucking the Tate brothers and shit. Like they're a little more focus oriented, but his shit was just outlandish. It was like I kept saying this all fucking day. What did I say, bro? I said that shit was fucking Newgrounds meets the House of Cosby's, which used to be on YouTube, meets Home Movies, Adult Swim. So all like late 2000s type shit. Like it was late 2000s type humor, like 08, 09 type of shit. You know what I'm saying? When certain words were okay and everyone laughed at the same type of bullshit. But it was like in this era where like whether you say it's soft or not, I think people are just a little more mindful. But yeah, man, it's really interesting. he is inbred, so maybe he's actually fucking it. That's the other part. That's the other part, right? And that's why I'm like, the fact that he's actually inbred is like he's making fun of his own inbredness and his actual retardation, because he said purebred, like he spelled it bread and then retard. So, but again, the channel doesn't it. His channel was so early that it didn't show all that shit. But the fact that like I like seeing early channels blow up, so that's where I got kind of mad. Where I was like, yo, man, just take away the videos and let him keep the videos for himself. Like, let him re-download his own bullshit, but don't delete the channel because his channel blew up. Let him have his shit. Let him have his shine, but they didn't want to give it to him, so it seems a little weird. But you haven't seen nothing yet. Amanda, go on, just Google it. Just Google Kill Tony Reddit, and then you'll find the Reddit page, right? And in the Reddit page, he should be at the top of the Reddit page, and it's like Alex Tarshoon, channel gets banned, purebred. What the fuck was it? Purebred retard or some shit. Like that shit's banned. But then his Twitter is still there. His Twitter handle is fucking ridiculous. Like it's racism meets ignorance meets some bullshit. But it's like it's him, it's really who he is. Like he's literally like projecting this retarded shit, and he's just kind of owning it, which is fucking wild. It's just fucking wild. So, but you can find all of his stuff, and apparently his videos are still on Twitter, because Twitter doesn't ban nothing, it doesn't get rid of nothing. You know what I'm saying? So find his Twitter, his X, whatever you call that shit. I can't even say what his Twitter is, but you could find his shit. You can find him. So yeah, go look for that shit. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. So my bad, I'm over here cussing in front of the church. I'm trying to be a little mindful of that. Dude, my body is cold. It's fucking breezy out here. Body's cold as hell. I'm telling you, bro. But I feel a little way about that, because I'm relying on YouTube. Because the thing is, TikTok pays, but I'm like, TikTok isn't an American app necessarily, and there's these weird battles over that, and it's YouTube's more American in the sense that, like, all right, I might as well rely on what's going to be there, because people always want to tell me, like, yeah, try this shipping company, try this one, and like this whole time my fucking intuition, this goes to Beyblades too, bruh. Everybody's like, use Saruga, use Mala Toys, do this, do that, and I'm like, I've used, no, I didn't use Saruga because they blocked me out. But Mala Toys, I've used them before. It was a decent experience, but I get such better deals and communication through Basin Bricks. So why wouldn't I stick with them? But everybody that fucked with Mala Toys and everybody that did Saruga had some other stuff like back ordered, and it took a while. But my shit was right away. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I'm just trusting my intuition with what I'm choosing, and the paths I'm choosing, and people is one thing, but the paths I'm choosing and stuff like that. So I've been thinking about that a lot lately, man. I'm just trusting what I trust. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's what they say. And I'm finding systems, and like people just like want me to do what they're doing. I'm like, nah, I'm not. Fuck all that, bro. I'm already here. I'm doing this. Let me just do my thing, bro. Let me do my thing, bro. I say this all the time, man. Everyone enjoys Hershey's chocolate to some degree. Everybody enjoys chocolate, but they don't care about the process of when it's being made. And even while it is being made, motherfuckers like who do a little bit of chocolate, imagine them in the factory just like, man, I would probably do this. I would try that. Just motherfuckers making suggestions as the thing is happening. It's like, bro, shut the fuck up when things are happening. If things are in the process of happening, just let the shit ride. All that other shit is later, man. They say form follows function. If function is happening, don't worry about the form right now. You know what I'm saying? We can get to that later. But that's what I'm saying. This whole YouTube shit, my whole page just jumped off of this shit, man. So I'm getting closer to monetization. I'm not trying to chase these viral moments. I talked to my friend about this on the phone the other day. I ain't chasing this viral moment shit. I'm not chasing no clickbait stuff. I just want to keep my shit as pure and honest as possible. So that's why I said, hey, man, they took down Purebred. Man, what the fuck is his name? Purebred retard. They took down his channel. Support and shout out to Alex Tarshoon, because on some artist shit, they just took away his platform, and he kind of deserved what he got, man. Because you think about it, he went up there trying to do some comedy shit. The comedy shit wasn't that great, but the interview was great, and you got to see him as a person. And it was just one of those like, all right, he's literally just an artist, and he's probably really like, he's second generation inbred, so he's like, he does have some retarded genes in him. Not to be funny, not trying to be funny, whatever, but he really got that shit going on. So it's just wild, bro. It's just fucking wild. But that's a predicament. But shout out to Alex, man. Like, I'm not trying to say none of this to slander him or talk shit to him. Like, an artist is an artist, but it's like, you know, I think if I ever met him, and if I ever had a chance to talk to him, I would just be straight up, bro. Like, hey, man. I mean, I think it's some bullshit if you ask me, but if it's working for you, don't let me change how you're saying. But I will give you my opinion on it. But I do have this other opinion where, like, I don't think they should pull the rug from under you on YouTube. I don't know how I feel about that. Because as someone who like me who uses YouTube, I just wouldn't want that to happen to me. I want to make this very clear. That's why I'm repeating myself over and over. I try not to do no bullshit, no fluff, man. Just being honest here. But yeah, Amanda, hopefully you went and found it. Hopefully you ain't in the chat no more because you went and found it. But yeah, that if that's what you was looking for, you know, I need to check these scores, man. Anybody in the chat watching the games, let me know what's going on. Let me know if my Mariners smacking the Yankees because I got the Yankee hat right now. I put on the Yankee hat because I want the Mariners to win. You feel what I'm saying? When I wear the other team's hat, we usually win. And then fuck was I gonna say? Hopefully Denver beats Oklahoma City tonight. So if anybody knows the scores, let me know. If you know the scores, go ahead, let me know, man. I need to know. Shit, I need to know. Yo, my hands is freezing. What's going on up in here? My hands is freezing. I put the gloves out and everything, bro. It's like damn near the middle of May and it's still chilly. The sun ain't set though, but it's still chilly, man. That's how it, you know. I need to live somewhere warm. I'm about to move somewhere warm, bro. I'm telling you. But yeah, I'm big on that shit. Pause. I'm big on the consistent shit, man. It's just a little crazy how that played out for him, but yeah, damn, I was saying something earlier. Hold on. Oh, okay. Yeah, they're talking about smoking and shit. I don't know. I thought it's funny because like that's just my go-to thing. You know, some nights some things work, some nights some other things don't work. And the other crazy part about it is I just keep doing my thing, man. You know, all this shit is gonna die down at some point, and um you know I don't know. That's what they say is like whether you want it or not, man, ride the wave, man. It's funny because I literally said this last week, if not a couple of days ago, where I was like, I have to be mindful of like positive things when they fall in my lap because you know, despite my however I feel with shit, a lot of people just showing me love because I'm showing love to him. You know what I'm saying? It's a weird predicament because I'm just showing love for like, hey man, that's an artist right there. But a lot of people come around my way showing love for the fact that I just showed love, and I was like, this is just who I am, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to take no light or no shine from no one, but I do want to shed light on like if someone gets done dirty. So that's just my role in this whole situation. But it's funny, bro. It's real funny because that's what I'm saying. Last week, I literally just told myself, I was like, hey man, I got to be careful because you know I got to be more of a taker in the sense that you know a lot of times blessings be falling in my lap. A lot of good things and positive, you know, stuff and people. They're kind of just available to me, and they're available for me, and I don't really always utilize it to the best or like to the max degree. You know what I mean? So I had to be a little more mindful of just like accepting it because it could be anything from compliments, bro. Anything from the smallest thing, like just a small compliment to someone, like, hey, I got a resource for you, like a, you know, here's a job opportunity to like, it doesn't matter what it is. I have to be more mindful and like accepting of it, mindful, accepting, and just I mean, I'm always grateful. You understand? I'm always grateful, but then it's almost like hey, it's not wrong with like being more grateful, having more gratitude, as long as I'm not hindering myself. You know what I'm saying? But I'm over here hearing shit. It's a person. Let me know if that's a person. I'm over here hearing shit. What's going on? But yeah, man. So that's what it is, man. It's just been gratitude, man. I had written a note. Um, oh, I forgot what the fuck I said. Something about blessings, bro. Something about blessings, man. Blessings are visible or something like that. It was something like that. It was like blessings are visible, and gratitude is practiced or something like that. I forgot exactly what I wrote, but it was something along that degree, and it just had me thinking. I said I need to write this down so I can remember it because I got these small little mantras I used to live by. I used to live by more emotional mantras back in the day. Like I had one called Nesfa, never expect shit from anyone. You know, some bullshit. I was just going through shit because you know I sat there and I had a lot of love for people, but it wasn't really pulling through for me the way I would for them, the way I would rally for them. And I say, hey man, just don't expect shit from nobody, bro. But on the other hand, I had talks with people in that same time period, and they're like, just be you. If you're the type of person to give, man, just keep on giving, man. That's what you do, right? And I was like, all right, that make a lot of sense to me too. Make a whole lot of sense for me. So that's just where I'm at with it. You know, that's the time I'm on. Yeah, bro. I might have to mob a bit, get to where I need to be going. You know, at least go down to a little spots nearby, spots over yonder. Matter of fact, I almost want to see if they're still serving quesadillas. If they're serving quesadillas down there at this time of day, might grab me a late night quesadilla. I don't think they're open anymore though, but I kind of want to go get a quesadilla. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go up the street though. Fuck all this shit. I'm going the other way. That's the issue, man. You know, it's all good right now, but I'm gonna tell you something too. Matter of fact, on that same note, some motherfuckers don't ever want to see you doing good, man. Some people never want to see you doing any good in life, ever. Some people never want to see you doing good, bro. It's just the wildest shit. And I think a lot about like, I live next to motherfuckers that was just playing games and jumping people to the point where everyone turned, I ain't gonna say turn their back on them, but just, no one really racked with them. Oh, Fuzzy, what's going on, Fuzzy? How you doing, man? But yeah, I've been around them people and they literally live down the street from me, like a block away. And it's just wild. It's just one of them situations where, oh, they really live right there and they don't ever want to see me do good in my life. They don't ever want to see me happy. Motherfuckers always want to crack jokes and see me miserable. They want you feeling how they feel all the time inside. And that's, when I start realizing that about certain people, there's a tough guy in me a long time ago. That's why you hear me a lot of times now say this ain't no tough guy shit, because I've changed and reformed my own mentality. Because back then I was like, you know what, man, let me test my metal and my mental right now. And let me just walk near these motherfuckers' house to see what's going on, see who's gonna start barking, so I can say some slick shit back. Like I was on some time like that. Like it really was gonna do something. Like it was really productive or something like that. You feel me? Ain't shit even like that, bruh. And people don't give a fuck. If they had a chance and there was no cameras around, the motherfuckers would kill me. That's what's crazy. I say that all the time, bruh. If there was no you know what I'm saying? If there was no cameras in the neighborhood on some of these garages and shit, the motherfuckers would have murked me a long time ago for just existing. And it be like that. And those are my neighbors. Like my own neighborhood. That's why people be clicked up with individuals and shit. Hey, 713, how you living? 713, how you living? Hey, what area code is that? What area code 713? We are in the same situation but opposite sides. What's going on, Fuzzy? What's going on? Talk to me, Fuzzy. Everything all right? Everything all right? Where you at? On your end? Damn, bro. I don't know if I'm reading that correctly. That shit sound hella sinister though. But yeah, man. It be like that, man. I think about that a lot because family came to this country looking for a sense of peace, if not, freedom. Only to find out, man, if it ain't the cops trying to harass you, it's your own neighborhood, willing to kill you just so they can stay on top. Motherfuckers want to destroy you. Some people want to keep you as a customer. I got some of these, I talk shit about these motherfuckers all the time because they had an OG that was one of the most respectable people. And the moment he got hooked on drugs, they just turned him into a customer. I was like, that used to be the dude that looked out for y'all. He looked out for y'all, bruh. He made sure everybody was good. Everything was peaceful. You know what I'm saying? No unnecessary wars. No unnecessary beefing. Motherfuckers really holding shit down, and they didn't even want to rehab this motherfucker, bruh. They turned him into a customer. That's some bullshit. That's some fucking bullshit. That's how it be. That's really how it be. Motherfuckers swear they G's, but they spoiled. Let's be honest. Motherfuckers swear they G's, but they be spoiled. Let's be honest about it. You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest. And that's city to city, bro. That's city to city. That's nationwide right now. A lot of people not feeling recognized and whatnot. A lot of people ain't feeling love. It don't matter what it is. This kid talking shit behind my back. My friends tell me, then I snap. Oh, yeah. Fuzzy, you got to be careful. You got to be careful, Fuzzy, all right? Because, crashing out is a good form of expression. Like, I'm not against it. But at the same time, there's consequences and sometimes lawsuits. And you want to win more in life than you want to have a detriment. So try to chase things that give you more positive, pluses in life. I mean, if you're in a situation right now, hey, you're in it. You got to do what you got to do. You know sometimes you're in a bad neighborhood situation, and all you know is what you know, and all you have is what you have. So just be careful. But just understand, in the long run, you always want to make the best choices. So try to be level-headed. Be careful, man. I seen the word snap. Hopefully I'm here. Hopefully I'm reading this wrong, but I just hope you can make some level-headed decisions, bro. I believe in you. That's tricky right there. Because I left my job because I almost snapped. If I did, I would have had some lawsuits, and I would have had some ex-coworkers with a head busted open. You know what I'm saying? And none of that's good. I can say in hindsight, none of that is good in the long run. It's not healthy for anyone. But we don't live in a healthy environment. We got to do a little bit here and there, get through this shit, bro. But just be careful, my guy. It's not easy. I know it ain't easy. But hopefully you can keep yourself safe in the long run. I don't want no everlasting beefs to keep going in your life. Shit like that. I just wish you well, man. That's crazy though. Yeah, I got family members like that. They just be snapping, and I'm not even talking shit. Like they go off, they crash out all the time, man. Like it's funny, like it's something to do, and I'm like, nah, bro. So it's funny. Hey, what's funny? I was in the voice chat in my Discord group for Beyblade shit, and Z was like, yeah, there's some days, man, you should be talking hella low. Like Z was like, you should be talking hella low, dog. He didn't say dog, but he said, you be talking hella low. I was like, damn, I can't even hear you. It's just like, you're just not loud, but you're just like a really calming voice. And I was like, what's funny, bro? It's like, when he said that shit, it helped me realize when it came down to family and friends, especially the ones that always are crashing out, I'm like, bruh, I gotta be the voice of reason. So I don't know if that's where it came from. I don't know if it's that mixed with being raised by my dad. Because, a lot of people I know who are just raised by their mom get very emotional. It's no slight to them. It's no slight to the moms that raised them. But it's just like, all they know how to do is just crash out and do emotional shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's just wild to me. So I'm like, I don't know, bro. My dad's also a really very calming person. Well, not really. My dad, so he used to swing on us when we were kids. But we used to get our ass whipped by him. Until we couldn't no more type shit, because he had some health conditions. But other than that, it's just kind of funny because I'll be thinking about that shit. I was like, bro, this is what it is, bro. This is my situation. So because I have these advantages in life, or that's the way I choose to look at them, I can look back and look at this shit like, damn, I got a lot of shit set me back, a lot of detriments. But I think a lot of times those are the things that give me plus to help me move forward. That's just me, trying to be in a better, what's the word I'm looking for, like a mindset. Look at things from a different point of view in order to move forward rather than just dwell on it for too long. But I'll be honest with you, I got a mixed bag some days. Some days I overthink and I overly dwell on the bad shit. But it's important to look at the things that help me be strong or help me survive this whole time. So, it's a tricky one. It's a tricky one, right? Anyway, I'll say all that to say, um, I do enjoy. I give it sounded funny at first, but I was like, what? And then I was like, yeah, you know what though? This really got me thinking. Like, I think this is why a lot of my crash out friends and family members love trying to confide in me. You know what I mean? They don't listen. Motherfuckers don't be listening. They just need someone to talk to. They need somebody to talk to them. It's like, bro, I literally told you motherfuckers to calm down. I literally told y'all like this shit ain't worth it. And here you are doing this crazy shit. So it's just wild to me. It's just wild. It's like they're not gonna listen anyway. I never want to raise my voice. I'll be honest, man. I never, if I'm getting hyped and passionate, hopefully I'm saying something positive or I'm talking about God or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully I'm just praising God if I'm raising my voice. That's the way I look at it. Praising God, or I'm talking about love and I'm talking about nature. If you see me raising my voice, I better be saying something positive. But if I gotta check somebody, I'm gonna be like, hey, bro, don't act like I never told you no shit. You know what I'm saying? I try to say shit calm, bro. Supposed to be having fun out here. Lots of opportunity around you. Depends on what lens you want to put on. You know what I'm saying? You might not be in the live stream in a while. All right, Fuzzy. You know where I'm at, bro. I'm gonna be here for a while. Maybe like 20 something more minutes or something. I'm just trying to get to an hour, so I'm kind of just feeling out. If more people pop in the chat and talk to me, I'll just stay around and talk to them. But that's if they want to talk or not. But you know where I'm at, bro. I might be here. I may or may not. I'm gonna go home. Try to see if the game's still going. Check the scores. But all right, Fuzzy, man. I appreciate it, man. I wish you the best, bro. Just be careful with that shit. Be careful, man. Be safe, please. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot to look forward to, man. Everybody got a lot to look forward to. You gotta think outside of yourself a little bit. You'll see a different way, man. That's for everybody. I don't care if you just dropped in. I don't care if you're here from the playback. Whatever, bro. You know what I'm saying? Manifest some good shit, everybody. Oh damn, I was supposed to walk over there and look for the quesadillas, but nah. I'm pretty sure they close at 8. Yeah, I might go there tomorrow. Cause the quesadillas, bro, the little tips of the quesadillas be like orange and red. I don't know how the fuck they did that. I don't know, is that like red cheese or orange cheese? Something like that. It's just kind of crispy. It was like, be crunching on it. I was like, give me the green sauce. Verde. Bop, bop. You know what I'm saying? Put that shit on top with the sour cream. Just whip it on top and then put the green. This shit is spicy and it's like, it's the right amount of everything. I fuck with them quesadillas, bro. So, yeah. I might have to do another live stream with the quesadillas, dog. On my life. I got to now. Do it for the chat. Yeah, buddy. You know, it's funny, Fuzzy. You said how old I am. I'll be honest with you, bro. I almost forgot, but I got to do the math real quick. I'm about to be 32 this year. Yeah, I'm about to be 32 this year, bro. That's the Magic Johnson year. 32. That's Magic Johnson. Next year, Larry Bird. Next year, Ray Allen. Year after, I mean Ray Allen. Yeah, yeah, man. That's how we living right now. Doing good for myself so far. I also been good too, because I thought about buying some Beyblades the other day. Just to have more things to use and shit. But I'm like, I just have what I have. I got what I got. And like, it's really interesting because I was like, you know what, man, I've past like month and couple weeks, I've been very good managing my money. I ain't gonna lie. I've been doing pretty good. Imagine not being 13. Imagine not being 13. You 13, goddamn, bro. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm telling you, bro. Take it from me. I used to be a 13-year-old. But the thing was, I had an outlet. Like I was in the boxing gym at 13 a lot. So I had it somewhere to put my energy into. So it's a little different for you. But if that's how old you are, bro, just be careful. Just be careful, bro. Because, when you're young, you be thinking like nobody give a fuck about you and there's no consequences to your actions. But you got to be strong within yourself, man. You got to be strong within yourself, bro. I don't care how young you are, I'm not trying to make you grow up early, but you got to understand like your value and shit, man. You're somebody important, you know? And even if you don't feel like that, just understand that you can be. You can be whoever the fuck you want, man. You know? It's funny because when I was that age, bro, like the years before that, sometimes I wish that certain individuals believed in me more, whether that was family or someone else. I just kind of wish certain individuals believed in me a little more. Like that's what I needed. But then you find the power within yourself to do it, belief in yourself. But you'd be surprised, man. The people around you that actually are showing some love, man, you got to hold on to that. That's what I've been saying since about the 20-minute mark of this live, 20, 30-minute mark. I'm like, yeah, I got to really take inventory. When there's like good people around me, good energy, I got to take inventory of it. I got to appreciate it in the moment. It's just going to turn me into a taker. You know what I'm saying? But because I'm on these extreme shit, so I got to be careful. But I got to take, the love for what it is, man. I got to be careful. Got to be careful. But yeah, Fuzzy. Just be careful with everything, man. I know you're snapping on people and crashing out or whatnot. That's what it sounds like based on what I'm reading. But just be careful, my guy. You know, shit crazy. It's cold as hell. Dude, look at these birds right here. Just chilling in the cold. Chilling in the cold, man. Better be getting home. Give me like another 10, 15 cash. 10, 15 minutes. And I'll be on the way. But trying to get my hour in right now. Thank you for being here, Cash. Appreciate it, man. Cash, you see my Discord message? Oh, my bad. Yeah. I got a headset. I forgot to tell you. I ordered a headset. So I'm going to try to keep working through this. What do you call that shit? OBS and Steam stuff. You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool, cool. Yeah, I don't remember if I told you. I remember I was talking to someone else, but yeah. So yeah, it's funny, man, because like I'm like, thank you, man, I appreciate it. I'm trying like I want to get to a point where I don't have to talk anymore. So, but in the meantime, I'm gonna do as many lives as I can, checking with people that want to hear from me, whatever, I don't know, and then you know, then I'm gonna go AWOL, and I'm gonna just drop content. But if y'all want me to talk on the thing, whatever. It's funny because the gaming shit is different. See, when I'm walking around like this is kind of an intimate thing that people want to see and hear. You know what I'm saying? Which is weird. I'm like, you guys want to see this more than you want to see actual gaming? It's a little weird, but I'll take it for what it is, and I just execute. But yeah, Cash, how's life been? What's going on over there? What's going on over there on your end? Cash, are you going live tonight? I know Soul's going live later tonight, I think. If it ain't Soul, it's someone else I gotta think about. I think Soul does Monday, Tuesdays, and Saturdays. But let me know when you're about to go. I get the notifications anyway. But yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, bro. It's been an interesting 12, 24 hours joint, man. Seems fit, your vibe. Keep yourself safe and don't share where you live. The strangers can. Oh, that's true. That's true. That's also true. You know, um, the funny thing about it is like, even where I live, it's like a handful of neighbors and neighborhood people know that I do what I do. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the thing is like with the whole content stuff and also the type of person I am. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm not. I'm a little embarrassed when I speak about it. Don't get me wrong, but I also don't want to lie to people because people will be like, "Is that a microphone? Like, what's that going on?" I'm like, "What?" I was like, "No, I'm just live streaming. I'm just trying something new." So a lot of people up the street, saying near the restaurant, they know what I'm doing. They be seeing me and shit. A lot of people up, saying near the library, they know what I'm on. They just be seeing me. So it's really interesting. It's just like that's just the guy doing his little weird thing with his camera and microphone. But yeah, that's what I be on. You're annoyed you have to clean your car because you're trying to bring mom home a Starbucks drink. Oh, it's them hills, man. Don't tell was it like a frappuccino? What kind of drink was it? 95% clean now, and I had sushi. Oh wait, okay. Location will not be disclosed here. Yeah. Oh, you're good. You're good. Yeah, that's good. I'm not. Yeah. Don't worry about that. We usually just share locations within our group. I remember when Wajimaya restocked, we kept it within our group, make sure that they knew first before we put it out there. But I kind of did a move, and I recorded myself out there, and I was like, damn, I should have waited. Worse than a frap spill was a fruit. Oh no! So it was like a thicker, kind of smoothie kind of joint, or whatever you call those. But yeah, but you get discounts though. That's kind of good. Is that right? What's funny is like I had an ex. I still talk to her sometimes, but whenever we go to, like whenever I'd be at Starbucks with her, she has this card that gives her like what do you call this points or some shit, and she's like just here I'll pay for it. I'll just spend points, and I didn't know what that was. I was like, wait, what? And she would just spend these Starbucks points just to get free drink. I didn't know what the fuck this was. I didn't know what was going on. I just had no idea. But that was her thing. Oh, it's not a fruit inclusions. Interesting. It's like a thicker concentrate kind of thing. I'm trying to understand, but if it's too much to explain, don't worry about it. But yeah, that's really interesting. Yeah, I'm picturing it. Membership is that what it is? Membership loyalty stuff. Yeah, people just be getting free drinks. I'm like, I was like, I would think the membership is just a discount, like you save 5-10 cents per here and there, for every 10 orders. It probably adds up to $1. That's what I thought, but it's just like it starts adding up and you get a whole free drink. I'm like, what the hell's going on? But anyway, either way, man. Either way, I appreciate it. Either way, if you come through, let me. Well, if you're, I don't know if you're working on those days or whatever. You know, it's funny because I guess I won't say their names, but certain people are starting to get weekend hours, so they're not able to come around, which is sad. And I'm like, damn. But yeah, you work there for a franchise, so you get as much free stuff as you want. You can really rob. Hey man, yeah. I mean, if you can get what you can get, I like that. That's one thing that is cool that I like about I actually never have worked in like the food industry or like cater, you know, shit like that, catering and food stuff. But I would love to have like just free shit or like this kind of shit, you know. If I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah. I mean, you know where we're at. You know where to find us. I think the biggest thing is we're trying to keep, you know, little updates here and there about, you know, I don't know. It hasn't happened yet, but sometimes it hasn't happened, but sometimes there might be something going on Sunday. Sunday is supposed to be free for all the family to show up. So, you know, as you can imagine, last week it was Mother's Day, so they were just doing the whole Mother's Day stuff with moms bringing their kids and shit like that. I forget her name, but the owner's wife was pretty much just doing some mom stuff, coffee and donuts and shit on the side. But yeah, I'll let you know if you want something. Already know the lemon loaves are those be hitting. I'm not gonna lie, that do be my shit. But I'm always, if it ain't that, it's like I'm a strawberry fat strawberry. Yeah, that's sounding crazy. Pause, pause, pause. Strawberry frappuccino kind of dude. Like, you know, the little, is that what that shit's called? Little pink drink that has a little whipped cream on top type shit. That's just an ode to like my mom's favorite drink. She used to always get that shit all the time. Strawberry frappuccino. So I only drink it because of her. And like the fact that it's starting to get warmer and it's starting to be warmer outside, I'd be fucking with those if anything. So I'll take one or the other, but you don't got to bring both. But just, you know, if you have one or the other, I'll take either one, man. But you know, you don't, again, you don't have to do that. But if you do, I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it, man. You know, highly appreciate it right there. Hey, you got to, if you do come back to strawberry frappuccino, bet try my, yeah, yeah. No worries, man. No worries either way. But there's been a lot of people coming in and out. It's really cool, man. People have been bringing metal fight shit and like you know, just let people know in the discussions, like if you're about to bring your stuff or if you want someone else to bring your stuff, then at least more than one or more than two people will have things on hand. So that's the best part about it. Um, but now it's been like last week was pretty good, man. Like I was filming people. It was a lot of 30-minute, excuse me, 30-second clips. So as you can see that I put in the little pictures of events thing, like a lot of clips in there. But the other thing was this. It was when I do my actual edits, you know, saying for my actual video, like the final cut. If it's over 20 seconds, I usually try to cut it in half. Over 24 or 22, I try to cut it in half because like nobody trying to stare at no stamina clip. You know what I'm saying? Stamina battle, 34-second stamina battle. Nobody got time for that. So I usually cut it in half when all the action slows down. And then even doing that, I think my video still was like 10, 11 minutes. And I was able to chop that up into like, you know, 9 shorts and whatnot. You know, that's the whole formula. I think it was like 11 minutes about. But yeah, I was able to chop that joint up. I got that on deck. It's coming. I don't even know when it drops, bro. I think it's. I fucking lost track, man. I'm sorry. I've been kind of just chopping up so much content here and there and going live when I can. Like Tuesday's a great day. I ain't gonna lie. With stuff like this, the timing of everything is great. You know what I'm saying? The what do you call this? The um, what is that shit called, bro? The live stream timing and whatnot. Everything is just, it's just perfect, bro. It's just perfect, bro. Really good timing right now. But yeah, bro, it's still light outside. I mean, it looks like it isn't, but it's not completely dark. You see what I'm saying? It's not completely dark. And it's like, hold on, let me check the time. It's damn near 9 o'clock. You see what I'm saying? Damn near 9 o'clock and it's still bright. That's why I can't wait for summer, man. Summer's gonna be dope. I'm gonna be like a broke kid this summer, maybe. We'll see what's happening because this month is also the happening. So we'll see what happens with the happening. If things are good or not, things are bad or not. But I'm happy either way. You know, I'm taking profits here and there. Past five, I'm gonna get my little free diamonds off the crypto.com. You know what I'm saying? Stacking up here and there. But I need to check on the score. Yeah, I got a couple minutes to spare. Yeah, man. Productive today. Real productive, man. Put time in, put hours in, staying focused, you know. Part of me was like, don't do any Monster Hunter stuff, don't do any video game stuff at the library because you don't have the headset yet. Wait till you have the headset and optimize the time. That's what I was telling myself. But again, like the whole Alex Tarshoon thing that happened this morning, or like from last night till now, I just kind of rode the wave. I was like, hey man, this is a blessing in its own, you know, not disguise, but in its own whatever. So I'm just riding the wave, and here we are. And then people were like checking in on me on the Monster Hunter shit. I was like, bro, y'all just left my last stream to jump in the new one, but I appreciate that because all that shit counts for me. All them numbers count for me, man. The 1 hour here, the 2 hour there. I have to get it. I have to get it. You know what I'm saying? It's no money being made, but it's profit in the long run of numbers being added. And as I think I woke up this morning, I'm somewhere around 1,067 hours type shit. So it's like slowly everything's getting there. You know what I mean? Some days it's like 3. It's like 3 hours we're at it. Other days when they update it, it's like okay, that's 7. I think today was about 10 or 8, and that's what I need to see. It's like it's very slow. It's very gradual. Today's like this. It might boost up 100 or something, 50 to 100. It's gonna boost up a lot, and I'll take it for what it is, bro. But I have to stay consistent. So I don't know, man. People want me to hang out with them, spend time with them, and take that call, and I'm like, it depends what the call is about because I got to put an hour in right here because that hour is going to be uploaded and applied to something in the long run, bro. You know what I mean? We'll see, man. If things work out or not. We'll see if things work out or not. You know what I mean? I gotta ask the biggest question I'll ask myself and ask everyone else right now, man. If you go on my page, right, it's like 2,000 videos, if not very close to 2.1K. You understand what I'm saying? And like I'm still not monetized, but I'm fine with that. But imagine putting that much work in and it all goes away. Are you ready for that? And that's what I tell myself every day. I was like, you willing to start again from ground zero? Because however that looks is however it needs to look. However that plays out is however it needs to play out. Are you ready for that? Now I'm not gonna act like I'm tough enough because you might catch me on a bad day, on like a really sad day, like a really melancholy, sad day, and I might not be ready for that. But realistically, I have to think about it and embody it. But I don't manifest it. Does that make sense? I gotta think about that, but I can't manifest it. So yeah, man. Anybody, and also anybody dropping in on this live right now, thinking that this is the real Alex Tarshoon, go through my fucking channel. You're gonna see that ain't him, bro. I'm not him. Go to Kill Tony Reddit. Go find his real channel. Go find that shit. Don't fuck with me with that bullshit, man. I'm tired of that. You know, it's been less than 24 hours, less than 12 hours. Don't come at me with that weird. Oh, was that you? I think I saw you. I'm proud of you. Like all that weird shit. That ain't me, bro. I'm just addressing the fact that an artist who put some weird bullshit out there, nonetheless, was funny to me. Episode 2 was funny to me, but that whole thing, bro, I'm just addressing it because it's like even though it was some questionable bullshit, they should have took away the content and not his whole channel. Let the channel blow up. Don't take away his shit. And he only had 10 videos on his channel. I got 2,000. That's what I'm saying. I only have 2,000. So that's what I'm saying. Imagine that shit. Cash, it's a long story. It was there's a comedy thing called Kill Tony. It premieres on Monday nights. And the thing is, the episodes are 2 weeks old. So whatever happened on the episode was like 2 weeks, 2 Mondays ago, excuse me. So this dude, Alex Tarshoon, was a very funny guy, but he also made an all black Ed and Eddie cartoon by himself. But it was called and N, like the N words and shit. You know what I'm saying? It was basically 3 N words. It was like the most disrespectful, like racist and ignorant bullshit. But the whole thing, like you'd have to understand the whole. That's why it's not gonna make sense to you. It's not gonna make sense because the whole context was his whole thing was he's actually second. How do you call this? Fuck, what do you call this, bred? He's second generation inbred. So his grandparents are inbred. And then because of that, he's a little bit retarded. This sounds crazy, but he's a little bit retarded. He owns up to it. And his pinky is cut in half. Like that's just the way he genetically is made up. So his whole niche, bro, his whole niche is his YouTube channel was called Pure Bred Retard or something like that. So everyone looked it up because yeah, find my YouTube channel. I have it's basically the black version of Ed and Eddie, but instead of Ed and Eddie, it's called N and Eddie, like the N word basically. So that's what he put. And I like the actual content itself is questionable, if not, it could rub people the wrong way, because it probably doesn't belong on YouTube. It probably belongs on Newgrounds, if not, Rumble or just Twitter. It probably just belongs there. It doesn't really belong on YouTube, because YouTube's more family friendly and kind of like, hey, we gotta be careful of like language and shit like that, right? But my whole thing was like, why didn't YouTube just let him keep his page and his channel, which blew up, but then get rid of the content? Let him re-download his old shit that was on file, and then just keep the channel, because his channel blew up. It's like, just let him keep the channel, because I'm trying to get there. You know me, I'm trying to get there. He got there overnight because he was on a big platform last night, or he premiered on a big platform, I should say, specifically. But he's doing all right in real life. But yeah, it was the most ignorant shit, bruh. It's the most ignorant. Like, trust me. Like, if you had seen the first two episodes, I saw there was 4 episodes. But if you saw the first 2 episodes of N and Any, like the shit that I watched, bruh, this shit was ignorant. It was terrible, but it was funny at the same time. Like, episode 1 was like, ah, that's all right. Episode 2 was like, okay, this is funny. I'm not gonna lie. Speaking as a guy who is Newgrounds head, he sounds like a guy that's what I'm saying. Like, it was just some straight up ignorant shit, but nonetheless, like, despite how people might feel about his art, and like the fact that it might have rubbed people the wrong way, and he's half black, so it's just like, it's one of them things. Okay, you know how you just said 2008 Newgrounds? This is exactly what I said. I was like, bro, his shit reminds me of 2000s House of Cosby's on YouTube. House of Cosby's was a you know like a weird cartoon that was made on YouTube, mixed with Newgrounds 2008 2005, mixed with home movies Adult Swim 2005. Like, that's what his shit was like. It was like literally all three of those things combined, but then it was just black Ed and Eddie, and like, it's just like the N word being thrown out every second, and then every little sensitive, like, how do you explain this, like, sensitive group or whatever? How would you explain it? Like, a group of people was being, I don't want to say targeted, but being disrespected in a weird comedic way, like a weird cartoony comedic way. I was like, bro, this is the most disrespectful, ignorant shit, but it actually was kind of funny. You know what I mean? And again, it's like, comedy is subjective. So there were certain things that probably would piss some people off, and there was other things that made people like me laugh. So I was like, you know what, bro? I don't know where this belongs, but it probably shouldn't be on YouTube. However, give the man his page. Like, why would you delete the whole fucking page? So anyway, after Kill Tony last night, I went to go just watch the episodes. I watched episode 1. Episode 2 made me laugh. I was gonna comment on it. It wouldn't let me comment, so I refreshed the page, and then I refreshed the browser. Oh shit! So I was tripping, and then I was like, let me wait 12 hours or 24 hours, because maybe on it, like, hey man, it took dude that it wasn't fucking gets a hold of me, and we're talking in the chat. So we're just talking the whole time. He's like, man, I'm let you know all the good things you said, man. Thank you for supporting him and all this shit. Da 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 da. Minority? What do you mean minority? No, he's a grown ass man. He's my age. He's a grown man. He's my age. But yeah. Connection. Oh, my bad. Damn. It probably sounded crazy then. But no, it's just kind of crazy. I don't know. Did it sound like I said that? I don't know, man. But no, that's pretty much what it is, man. That was a whole situation this morning till now. Is that your connection or mine? Let me know if it's mine, because I am getting close to the house. So my connection's probably getting bad right now. Minority and minor are not the same thing, Chief. No, I know that. But you said minority question mark, so I don't know where that came from. Yeah, I don't know where that came from. Oh, you're talking about the groups, minority groups. It's that mixed with like the gay community mixed with yeah, he was getting at everyone. Like, everyone was getting kind of made fun of equally. I'll be honest. I'll say that much. But I only seen 2 episodes, so I didn't get a chance to see 3 and 4. But yeah, if that's what you mean, I don't know. I don't know exactly. I'm getting a little lost here with translation with the question mark stuff. But yeah, no, I'm pretty much here by the house. I'm at the hop off right here. Oh, that was from way back when you couldn't think of the. Oh, I see. Yeah, got you. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, just like certain groups, like marginalized groups, minority groups, shit like that. Any group that's dealt with some form of discrimination probably was addressed in the best and the worst way in them cartoons. So it was kind of. But again, I like comedy. People who are approaching it from a comedic aspect, I like it. You know what I'm saying? So even if it's terrible and wrong. Like I'm not gonna lie, that shit be making me laugh to some degree. But yeah, it sounds like a South Park wannabe, to be honest. And you know, on some art shit, everyone has the right to try, but don't take away the man's platform. That's what I say. But yeah, that's where I'm at with it, if that makes sense. So I appreciate it, Cash. Thank you as always for being here. Um, we could probably talk a little more about that later. Um, yeah, I think it would rub people the wrong way, a lot of people the wrong way. But for me, it was okay by me. Like, not that I okay the bullshit. It was a lot. He's on a lot of bullshit. But my whole thing was like, give the man his platform, because I can only imagine if I lost mine. I just empathize from that point of view. But all right, enough of that shit. I appreciate you, Cash, as always, man. I'm about to walk in the house, and everybody else, love y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. Peace. Peace, Fuzzy.